3 months ago, my neighbor Helen fell in her bathroom at 2 in the morning. She lay there for 6 hours before her daughter happened to call and got worried when Helen did not answer. Helen is fine now, thank goodness. But that night changed everything for her family. Suddenly, the house she had lived in for 37 years felt less like a sanctuary and more like a worry. If you are watching this video, you or someone you love is probably facing similar questions. Maybe the stairs are getting harder to navigate. Maybe the yard work feels overwhelming. Maybe you are wondering if you should make a change before you have to make a change. I know these decisions feel overwhelming because they are not just about housing. They are about independence, identity, and the life you have built. They are about maintaining your dignity while being practical about your future needs. The good news is that today you have more options than any previous generation of seniors. The challenge is understanding what those options really look like, what they cost, and how to choose what is right for your unique situation. In the next 25 minutes, we are going to walk through the real housing options available to you. Not the glossy brochure version, but the honest truth about what each choice involves. We will talk about costs, benefits, and most importantly, how to make this decision without losing your sense of control over your own life. Mindful routine and gratitude practice. Before we dive into the practical details, let us take a moment to center ourselves. Housing decisions can trigger anxiety because they touch on our deepest needs for security and belonging. Let us start with a simple breathing exercise that helps calm the nervous system. Sit comfortably and place both hands on your lap. We are going to practice what I call foundation breathing because it helps us feel grounded and secure. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or simply soften your gaze downward. Take a slow breath in through your nose for 4 counts, imagining that breath filling your belly first, then your ribs, then your chest. Hold that breath gently for 2 counts. Now exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts, releasing any tension in your shoulders as you breathe out. Let us do this 3 more times together. With each exhale, imagine releasing any fear or pressure you feel about making housing decisions. With each inhale, breathe in clarity and confidence in your ability to make wise choices for yourself. Now, let us practice gratitude in a way that connects to this topic. I want you to think of 3 things you are grateful for about your current living situation. Maybe it is the morning light that comes through your kitchen window. Maybe it is the neighbor who waves every morning. Maybe it is simply having a roof over your head and a warm place to sleep. These do not need to be perfect things. You might be grateful for your comfortable chair even if you wish the house had fewer stairs. You might appreciate your garden even if maintaining it has become difficult. Take a moment to really feel that gratitude. Write these 3 things down if you have paper nearby, or simply hold them in your heart. The reason we start with gratitude is that it helps us approach change from a place of abundance rather than fear. When we acknowledge what we already have, we make better decisions about what we truly need going forward. This gratitude practice also reminds us that home is not just about the building. Home is about the sense of security, comfort, and belonging we create wherever we are. That is something you can take with you, no matter where you choose to live. Remember, you can return to this breathing exercise anytime you feel overwhelmed by housing decisions or any other life changes. Main content section, understanding your senior housing options. Let me tell you about my friend Robert, who spent 6 months researching senior housing options and felt more confused at the end than when he started. The problem was not lack of information. The problem was that every website, brochure, and salesperson used different terms for similar things, and he could not figure out what he actually needed versus what sounded nice to have. So let us cut through the confusion and talk about your real options in simple terms. Option 1, aging in place with modifications. This means staying in your current home but making it safer and more manageable. Think grab bars, ramps, better lighting, or hiring help for maintenance and cleaning. This works well if you love your neighborhood, have manageable stairs, and can afford home modifications plus ongoing help. Option 2, downsizing to a smaller home, moving to a smaller house, condo, or apartment that requires less maintenance. Many people choose active adult communities with amenities like pools and social activities, but no healthcare services. This works if you want to maintain complete independence but with less responsibility. Option 3, independent living communities. These are apartments or condos specifically designed for seniors, usually with meal options, social activities, and transportation services. You have your own space but access to community amenities. Think of it as apartment living with built-in social opportunities and some services. Option 4, Assisted living. This provides your own apartment plus help with daily activities like medication management, bathing, or dressing. Most include meals, housekeeping, and social activities. This works when you need regular help but want to maintain as much independence as possible. Option 5. Memory care. Specialized communities for people with Alzheimer's or dementia, with secure environments and specially trained staff. These focus on safety, routine, and maintaining dignity while managing cognitive challenges. The key insight my friend Robert finally understood is this: you are not choosing forever. You are choosing what makes sense for your life right now, with an eye toward what might make sense in 5 years. Most people benefit from making moves gradually rather than waiting for a crisis. It is much easier to adjust to a new community when you are healthy and energetic enough to build new friendships and routines. Retirement planning and financial wisdom. Now let us talk about the financial reality, because this is where many people get stuck in analysis paralysis. My neighbor Susan shared a story that really opened my eyes. She had been putting off downsizing because she was overwhelmed by the financial calculations. Should she sell her house? Rent it out? What if housing costs kept going up? What if she needed the equity later? Finally, she sat down with a financial planner who helped her see the big picture. Her current house was costing her $1,200 a month in property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and utilities, not counting her time and energy. The independent living community she was considering cost $1,800 a month but included most meals, all maintenance, social activities, and transportation. The real cost difference was only $600 a month, but the quality of life difference was enormous. She was spending 15 hours a week on house and yard maintenance that she did not enjoy. In her new community, she could spend that time on activities that actually brought her joy. Here is the practical tip that can change how you approach this decision. Create what I call a total cost of living comparison. For your current situation, add up everything: mortgage or rent, property taxes, insurance, utilities, maintenance, yard care, housekeeping help, groceries, and transportation. Do not forget to factor in your time. If you spend 10 hours a week on tasks you do not enjoy, that has value too. Then compare that to the all-inclusive cost of senior housing options you are considering. Many people are surprised to discover that quality senior housing costs less than they expected when you account for everything it includes. However, and this is important, do not make this decision based solely on money. Your housing choice affects your daily happiness, your social connections, your access to healthcare, and your peace of mind. Those factors have value that is hard to calculate but impossible to ignore. If the numbers feel overwhelming, consider consulting with a financial planner who specializes in retirement planning. Many offer single-session consultations that can help you see your options clearly. The goal is finding the sweet spot between financial security and quality of life. You want to enjoy your golden years, not spend them worrying about money or struggling with a living situation that no longer serves you. Senior-friendly health and movement. Whether you decide to age in place or move to a senior community, maintaining your physical strength and balance is crucial for your independence and safety. Let me share 5 simple exercises you can do anywhere to help you feel more confident in your body and your living space. Before we begin, please remember, these exercises should never cause pain. If you have any health conditions, balance issues, or concerns, please consult with your doctor before trying new exercises. Listen to your body and stop if anything feels uncomfortable. Exercise 1. Wall push-aways. Stand arm's length from a wall. Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height. Slowly push your body away from the wall, then lean back in. Do this 10 times. This builds upper body strength for getting up from chairs and maintaining good posture. Exercise 2. Chair stand. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Cross your arms over your chest. Stand up without using your hands, then sit back down slowly. If this is too difficult, use your hands for support. Do this 5 to 10 times. This exercise is crucial for maintaining the leg strength needed for independence. Exercise 3. Heel to toe walking. Stand behind a sturdy chair for support. Place one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching toes. Take 10 steps forward if you have space, or simply hold this position for 10 seconds, then switch feet. This improves balance and reduces fall risk. Exercise 4. Seated spinal twists. Sit tall in your chair with your feet flat on the floor. Place your right hand on your left knee and gently twist your upper body to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Hold for 10 seconds, then repeat on the other side. This maintains spine flexibility for daily activities like reaching and turning. Exercise 5. Ankle circles while seated. Lift one foot slightly off the ground. Slowly rotate your ankle in circles, 10 times in each direction, then switch feet. This improves circulation and maintains ankle flexibility for walking on different surfaces. Do these exercises 3 times a week, but listen to your body. Some days you might feel energetic enough to do extra repetitions. Other days, just doing the movements gently is enough. The beautiful thing about maintaining your physical fitness is that it gives you more housing options. The stronger and more balanced you feel, the more confident you will be about navigating new environments, whether that is a modified home or a senior community. Remember, every bit of movement helps. Even if you can only do modified versions of these exercises, you are still investing in your future independence and safety. Creative hobby or tech tutorial, virtual tours, and online research. One of the best tools for exploring senior housing options is something you might not have considered: virtual tours on the internet. Let me walk you through how to use this technology to research options from the comfort of your current home. Step 1. Finding virtual tours. Open your internet browser and search for senior living plus your city or area. Most senior communities now offer virtual tours on their websites. Look for buttons that say virtual tour, take a tour, or video tour. Step 2. What to look for during virtual tours. Do not just focus on the fancy common areas that look like hotel lobbies. Pay attention to the actual living spaces. Are the apartments bright and spacious enough for your furniture? Are the bathrooms accessible? Can you see yourself actually living in these spaces day to day? Step 3. Taking notes. Keep a simple notebook while you browse. Write down the name of each community, what you liked, what concerned you, and any questions that came up. Also note the monthly costs if they are listed. Step 4. Using Google Maps. After you find communities that interest you, look them up on Google Maps. Check how close they are to your doctor, pharmacy, grocery stores, and family members. Use the Street View feature to see what the actual neighborhood looks like. Step 5. Reading reviews. Carefully look up reviews on Google and other sites, but read them thoughtfully. Very positive reviews might be from family members relieved to find good care. Very negative reviews might be from people dealing with difficult family situations. Look for patterns in multiple reviews rather than focusing on individual complaints or praise. Step 6. Preparing for in-person visits. Use your virtual research to narrow down to 3 or 4 places worth visiting in person. Call ahead to schedule tours and ask about visiting during meal times or activity periods to get a real sense of daily life. Do not feel overwhelmed if the technology feels challenging at first. You can ask a family member or friend to help you with the computer part, or even visit your local library where staff often help seniors navigate the internet. The goal is not to make your decision based solely on virtual tours, but to use them as a screening tool so you can focus your in-person visits on places that truly match your needs and preferences. Remember, no website or virtual tour can tell you how you will feel in a place, but they can help you ask better questions and use your time more efficiently when you do visit in person. Legacy and emotional well-being. Making housing decisions in your golden years brings up emotions that go far beyond practical considerations. Your home holds memories, represents independence, and symbolizes the life you have built. Let us acknowledge those feelings while also embracing the opportunities that change can bring. I want you to try a simple reflection exercise that can help you process the emotional side of housing decisions. Take out a piece of paper or simply think through these questions in your mind. First, complete this sentence. The thing I would miss most about my current home is. Maybe it is your garden, your kitchen where you have cooked thousands of meals, or the neighbors you have known for years. Now complete this sentence. The thing that would make me happiest in a new living situation is, maybe it is not worrying about maintenance, having built-in social activities, or living closer to family. Finally, think about this. The legacy I want to leave is not about where I lived, but about. Maybe it is the relationships you maintain, the wisdom you shared, or the example you set for adapting to life changes with grace. This exercise helps separate your attachment to a physical place from your deeper values and priorities. Here is something important to consider. Moving to a senior community or downsizing does not mean you are giving up your independence. It might actually mean you are taking charge of your independence by making proactive choices about how you want to live. Many seniors I know who made thoughtful housing transitions report feeling more socially connected, less stressed about home maintenance, and more engaged in activities they enjoy. They also report feeling proud of themselves for making a difficult decision thoughtfully rather than waiting for circumstances to force their hand. Consider writing a letter to yourself about this decision process. Describe your current feelings, your hopes for the future, and your reasons for considering a change. Seal this letter and plan to open it in 6 months, whether you have moved or decided to stay put. This exercise helps you process your emotions and gives you perspective on your decision-making process. If you do decide to move, consider creating a memory book of your current home. Take photos of special spaces, write down favorite memories from each room, and perhaps include photos of neighbors and friends who have been part of your life there. This is not about dwelling on the past, but about honoring the life you have lived while making space for the next chapter to unfold. Daily challenge. Here is something concrete you can do tonight to move forward with clarity instead of staying stuck in worry. Choose one senior housing option that we discussed today and spend 15 minutes researching it online. If you are considering aging in place, look up home modification services in your area. If you are thinking about downsizing, browse smaller homes or condos in neighborhoods you like. If senior communities interest you, find 3 in your area and look at their websites. The goal is not to make any decisions tonight, but simply to gather information without pressure. Sometimes the best way to reduce anxiety about big decisions is to take small, concrete steps toward understanding your options. While you are researching, write down 3 questions that come up. These might be about costs, services, or simply how daily life would look different. Having specific questions helps you feel more prepared for conversations with family members or professionals who can help you. If you feel comfortable, leave a comment below sharing which housing option you researched and one thing you learned that surprised you. Your experience might help other viewers who are facing similar decisions. Tomorrow, if you feel motivated, you might research a different option or dig deeper into the one that interested you most tonight. But for now, just take that first small step of gathering information. Remember, you are not committing to anything by doing research. You are simply being a wise, proactive person who gathers information before making important decisions. That is something to feel proud of, not anxious about. Let me leave you with the most important insights from our conversation today. First, you have more housing options than you might have realized, and each option has different benefits depending on your current needs and future priorities. There is no universally right choice, only what is right for your unique situation. Second, the financial considerations are important, but they are only part of the equation. Quality of life, social connections, peace of mind, and alignment with your values matter just as much as monthly costs. Third, making housing decisions proactively, while you are healthy and thinking clearly, gives you much more control over your life than waiting for circumstances to force decisions upon you. Finally, changing where you live does not mean giving up your identity or independence. It can actually mean taking charge of your independence by choosing how you want to spend your energy and what kind of support you want in your daily life. If this information was helpful, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We are building a community of people who want to approach aging with wisdom, dignity, and practical planning. Share this video with friends or family members who might be facing similar decisions. Sometimes the most helpful thing we can do is start conversations about topics that feel overwhelming when we face them alone. Most importantly, trust yourself to make good decisions about your own life. You have successfully navigated decades of changes, challenges, and choices. You have the wisdom and experience needed to choose a living situation that supports the life you want to live in your golden years. Your housing choice is not about what other people think you should do. It is about creating a foundation for the next chapter of your life to be as fulfilling, comfortable, and joyful as possible. You deserve to live somewhere that feels like home, whatever form that takes for you.